Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to the Leadership Sovereignty Podcast. I'm your host, Ralph Owens, along with Terry Baylor. In today's episode, we'll cover topics such as the importance of communication and getting an understanding about the desired outcome, the power of being viewed as willing and able, and how perception is reality. Enjoy the show.
As a society.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It'll be years before we really understand the impact of seeing and hearing so many people being gone.
Right.
I mean, that is, man, that's, in our lifetime, this is going to be what was it back in the day when people had, was it polio, I think? We hear about that. Oh man, the polio pandemic or the whatever,
Mm-hmm.
This is the one that's going to be talked about 30 years from now.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And the studies will come out about how it impacted us, and we'll find out how we're really doing.
Right.
But in order to turn that tide, right? What she shared with me is, man, they're turning the hand of time back in terms of the power infrastructure, right? In terms of corporate being king. Because here's the deal, right? It's just really just put it out there. A lot of these what is it, DIE or
DEI.
Yeah, DEI. Man, those things are coming down.
Yeah.
There are organizations who are no longer have DEI.
That's right. Yep.
All of this. Go ahead, Ralph. Go ahead. Speak on.
No, I was just saying. I think what you said is very key, and you have to understand that was a movement, right? That was a movement, and we're on the other side of it now. There's a lot of people who got a lot of jobs in diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yeah.
They're eliminating those roles. That's the first thing that they eliminate when profits start to become strained. Right. So I definitely echo what you say.
And so as a result of that, right? As a result of that, some of the things that perks or some of the I'll just say, man, just treating people like people. Some of that stuff is being rolled back, and those folks who were forced to be kind of human, they're like, oh man, I can go back to being my regular self now.
Yep, and even more so.
And so, with that being said, right, again, this is not about fear mongering or anything like that. This is about recognition and understanding, and what we want to do is give you the tools. Right. And the number one tool we can give you is knowledge, right? And how to leverage it. Just share anecdotally, books, whatever, right? So that's the goal here. Ralph, I love how you hit on communication and the importance of that dialogue, right? That exchange. Because here's the one thing, and I'm going to add something to that, Ralph, that what you were saying about getting understanding about what is the desired outcome, right? What does good look like? When you, and Ralph, we've said this over and over again, it's hard to argue with someone that agrees with you.
That's right.
So if you guys in that exchange, right, you send your notes, they give you feedback. When you agree on what good looks like, then now that becomes the measuring stick by which your success and their success is going to be measured by.
That's right.
So that communication is key. Seek feedback, right? Ask, like to Ralph's point. Hey, how do you like to see this? Right? Because here's the other thing, right? That person, we want to present ourselves in a light of being willing,
That's right.
right? There's this quadrant that someone told me about before. It says they're willing but not able. They're
Mm-hmm.
able but not willing. They're willing and able, but and what was the fourth? Oh, they're not willing and they're not able.
Mm-hmm.
We want to present ourselves as always being willing first,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been hired on to do the job, so we are able,
That's
right?
right. That's
Everyone that I'm speaking to, or everyone that's listening to this podcast, let's just set that as a base. Everyone on here is able.
Mm-hmm.
The question becomes, are we willing?
Yeah, the funny thing about that is it's really the perception of the person on if you're willing. You may be thinking to yourself, oh, I don't have no problem with them. But if they think you do, that's the reality.
Mm.
And you clear that up through communication,
Yes. Yes.
right? Talking,
Yes.
Understanding what their success is. I love what you said, Terry. At the end of the day, they want to be successful. And we'll just say in general, most good people want to be successful. They don't come to work to be diabolical and to do harm to people. Those are the 5%. We'll say that, right? But 95% of most leaders, they want to do the right thing. So if you can align yourself with what makes them successful, you will become an ally and not an enemy. Because most people categorize people in one of those two boxes. Is this my ally? Is this a person that's going to help me be successful? Or is this my enemy, the person who's going to be resistant and who's going to be hard to work with, who's going to move me away from my desired outcome?
That's real good. And I want to help everybody here, right? You may have a person out there who, just at face value, you guys may not click, right? That's a reality.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the deal. You can change the perception of those interactions.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard someone say this before, and I'm gonna be honest, I've adopted it.
Mm-hmm.
I've adopted it. I don't have any enemies.
Right.
The only way I can have an enemy is I have to declare you an enemy.
Mm.
But here's the power in that. The power in that is this. If I don't declare you as an enemy, there's a certain energy that you're not going to get from me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
If you give off non-enemy energy,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to get back non-enemy energy.
Love it. Love it. Love it. It kind of goes back to the points we've been making throughout the show. You cannot control a person.
Yep.
But what you can do is control yourself.
Yep.
Which has a byproduct of causing them to have to change themselves.
Yes.
If people would just tap into that, you don't have to come in being angry and doing all these things. All you have to do is just change yourself.
So I gotta, we got to get back to the Bible, man. Look, There's power. We don't understand the power of this. When it says, love others how you want to be loved, treat others how you want to be treated. That's the golden rule, right?
Right.
Right. So when you treat somebody the way you want to be treated, treat somebody like you're treating yourself, I guess, in essence, is what I'm saying. Interact with that person like you're interacting with you. You're gonna give yourself the best possible energy. You're gonna give yourself the best possible benefits. You know what I'm saying? So again, patient, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna be patient, you're gonna be all those things, right? Towards yourself, right? So if you love yourself, you're gonna do this.
I love that. You know what I really love? You know what I hear in that? I hear intention.
Yes.
Right? It's intention. It's, are you interacting with this person like you would interact with yourself?
Yeah.
Or are you interacting with this person like they interact with you?
Yes. Love your neighbor as yourself.
Yes. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, because here, that really changes everything. Right? Because I'm not going to react to your person. Right? I mean, and granted, guys, I'm be transparent. It's not going to be overnight. right? It's not going to be overnight. But if you continue to practice that, loving your neighbor as yourself, right? It's more than just a cliche now. It's more than just a Nike t-shirt, right? Right. It's more than just like those. Remember, we went through that phase where everything was put on those little wristbands, those little plastic bands. It's more than just that. So no, I agree. I love that. I love that point. Right.
Thank you for listening to the Leadership Sovereignty Podcast. We hope that you not only enjoyed the content, but gained something to help you on your personal leadership journey. Feel free to reach out to us on X and Instagram under the handles Leadership Sovereignty. Until next time, stay safe, peace, and blessings.